We are absolutely on the road to the longest government shutdown in history. Today is day 16, and our government is going to continue to be closed at the bare minimum until next week. How do I know that? Wait for it. Senators have called it quits for the week, and they are already going home for a long weekend. And the House hasn't been in session since September 19th, which is almost a month ago. House Speaker Mike Johnson says he sees no reason to bring lawmakers back into session next week either. WTF? What are these people doing? Well, honestly, right now, a whole lot of nothing. Both sides are completely dug into their positions, and neither side finds it necessary to compromise. More on that in a second. And the fact is, instead of making some kind of deal, which is what they're supposed to be doing, today, for the 10th time, the Republican leader of the Senate put up the House-passed continuing resolution on the floor for a vote. Shocker. It failed for the 10th time. Then the Democratic leader in the Senate put the House-passed continuing resolution plus a permanent extension to the Affordable Care Act subsidies and restoration of the Medicaid funding that Republicans cut out in the big beautiful bill on the floor for a vote. And you guessed it, that failed for the 10th time too. As I said a few weeks ago, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Clearly, this path is insanity. It is not working. And even if the Senate does come up with some kind of different plan to reopen the government, and by some miracle it passes, the House isn't even in session to vote on it so we can end this shutdown nightmare. Look, here are the facts. You must have 60 votes in the Senate to pass these kinds of bills to keep the government open and functioning. This is not a secret. Everybody knows it. It's also a fact that, yes, Republicans do have the majority in the House and the Senate, and the president is a Republican. But Republicans do not have 60 Republican senators. They only have 53. That means, by definition, Republicans must compromise with Democrats on bills like this if they want to get anything done. And let's take it one step further for the record. You have to understand that this isn't just a Senate problem. If House Republicans want to get anything done legislatively, they have to make sure that the bills that they pass, like the one to keep the government open, can also get those 60 Senate votes. Like it or not, the only way out of this is a compromise. Both sides are going to have to give something up. Republicans don't get to just ram through what they want with no input from the minority party. And as the minority party, Democrats can't ram through what they want either. But right now, the fact is, compromising is not politically beneficial, regardless of how painful the shutdown is and will continue to be for millions of Americans. Now, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this, but it's not politically beneficial for these lawmakers to compromise because of you, the Republican base of voters and the Democrat base of voters. They want their lawmakers to fight, which is normal. Everyone wants their lawmakers to fight for them and their priorities. That's absolutely what should happen. That's what lawmakers are supposed to be doing. But what is not normal is the fact that these voting bases also punish those very same lawmakers when they do compromise. For some reason, these bases of voters generally see compromise as losing or not fighting for them, which is not what a compromise is. Now, I could do a whole video about why that's happening. It would be a total deep dive, but for this video, I want to stay focused on the shutdown. This week, Speaker Mike Johnson said he believes this shutdown is going to surpass the longest government shutdown that we have ever seen, which, as I've been reporting, started at the end of 2018 and lasted into 2019. Back then, the shutdown fight was over funding for President Trump's border wall. He wanted billions of dollars for it. In the end, he got nothing from that fight, and the government was shut down for 35 days.